I've been wanting to do this next project for a few weeks now. I don't know. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am excited because I've been wanting to do this next project for a few weeks now. I started planning it a couple weeks ago. I ordered the stuff for it. It was supposed to come in and I was supposed to be able to do it last week, but it said it got delivered and it definitely did not. Then it started like a whole multiple day process of trying to hunt down this package that says it got delivered and then try to tell Amazon that it didn't get delivered, but it says it did. Basically, I think that our mail carrier delivered it to the wrong house, because finally on the day that I was able to report it to Amazon and get a new order on the way, guess what showed up on our doorstep? The package. And it had been completely opened, so I actually had to go through it and make sure everything was there, so that's why I didn't get to unbox it with you, but I'll show you what I got. We're also running on kind of a tight timeline because I want to get this done before Josh gets home this afternoon, because I kind of want to surprise him with it. So we're going to try to fix 3 pain points today. And the first and most important one is our kitchen cabinets. We're going to try to do our pantry, food specifically. So, and no, we're not fixing the squeak. But this is our food pantry. We just don't have enough space, but there's so much wasted space. I don't know if you can see how much vertical space is wasted and how much we're just piling stuff on top of each other, but it's obviously not working. And as a result of this, we actually keep a lot of our backstock pantry staples over here in the dining room, and please ignore my dining room, it's a mess right now, but this cabinet kind of serves as our backstock pantry. So we've got spices, we've got extra dried goods, canned goods, we've got just literally anything that's just not an immediate food that we would eat. It stays in this cabinet, which obviously is not ideal because I'm walking all the way over there to it. And I think we have the room to make it fit if we do it right. So that's pain point number 1. Pain point number 2 is I just don't love having that cabinet there, but obviously we need it currently. To me, that is just furniture clutter, for lack of a better word. It just feels like furniture with the buffet and the hutch in that cabinet, and it's just not ideal. So I would love to be able to move that cabinet to a different part of the house, and hopefully it wouldn't look so cluttered. The third pain point is Josh's side of the closet. He currently doesn't have a lot of places to put folded clothes, so t-shirts, and he has a lot of t-shirts. They're currently all hanging up on his clothing rod, and he's just running out of room. He doesn't have room for the stuff that actually needs to hang, nice shirts, nice jackets. Now, he has this little plastic container up underneath, and that would be the perfect place to put t-shirts, but he doesn't like the way the plastic makes his shirt smell. So we're not able to take advantage of that because he does not want his shirts in there. So my thought is that if we can get this pantry whipped up and in shape and maximize the space that we have in here, and we can remove that cabinet from in there, so that gets rid of furniture clutter, which is issue number 2, but then use that cabinet in his closet to give him, a perfectly good set of shelves to put his t-shirts. And also, it's nice and tall, and I think he could put his watches on top of it. I think that would work really well for all 3 places. And another bonus is that that piece of furniture actually belonged to his grandparents, and I think he would really enjoy getting to actually use it every day in his closet versus it kind of being just shoved in the corner in the dining room. I just think it's going to work better all around. So that's the game plan. We're going to try to fix all 3 pain points with 1 project today. So we need to get started. I think the first thing that we're going to do is take everything out of this cabinet And then also this one. So this one is kind of like Josh's snack cabinet. We don't keep much in here. Obviously, there's a lot of wasted space, but it's just so tall. It's just really hard to put anything in there. So these two cabinets are where we keep food. And my thought is that this one is bigger, so it'll be main pantry. This will turn into backstock, canned good pantry, and it'll be nice and organized and really take advantage of all that space. So I think we're gonna take everything out of this, take everything out of the cabinet over in the dining room, clean them up, and start putting in the organizers that I got in order to take advantage of this. Okay, I got the last of the stuff out of the dining room pantry cabinet while I was waiting on the cabinets to dry. So I officially have everything that we're going to try to fit back into these two cabinets. And now it's time to actually start doing the organizing, which is the part I'm super excited about. So let me show you what I got in order to organize these cabinets. Since our problem is taking advantage of the vertical space, and we also have like a lot of small objects versus boxes of things, where I know like a lot of people have, I don't know, boxes of food or like cereals or things that stack nicely. We do not. So I got this 3-tiered stacking wire basket. It has little dividers, and I know it's hard to see here. I'll try to get you a better shot of it. So I actually got 2 of these, and my goal is to basically fill the whole lower cabinets with these things. So this is the 3-tiered one. There was also a 2-tiered one, but I'm going to kind of rig them to work best for me, to where basically I have 3 sets of 2. So I'm going to put these in first. I already measured. They fit the depth of my cabinet, and my goal is to use this for organizing canned goods, potatoes, like pantry staples, baked goods, because I have so many like little things of that nature. So I actually, this is one set. I had to open it to make sure it was all okay, since I had like that whole package debacle. So I have one set, but I actually ordered a second as well, and I just haven't put it together yet. And then the other really big game changer for us is going to be these. So this is a set of 8 plastic organizers, but they came with little dividers. And so I have this first one put together. It's holding all the other dividers. But see, this is going to be perfect for our different teas, drinks, snacks. And the best part, and this is why I really wanted this, is that these, if you have the dividers in them, they are stacking. So my idea is that I'm going to move the shelves to allow for the tall wire baskets on the bottom shelf. And then the top shelf, I'm going to line with either a single row or a double row of these for the smaller things. And I think that that's going to work probably as well as anything will for this. My biggest concern is where I'm going to put like my glass canisters. So we do have like a lot of dried goods, and we use these, and I love these canisters. I've had these for a long time. They're just glass and bamboo. They're really pretty. They hold a ton. And for us, they work because, again, we're an ingredient household. So like we have a lot of like individual dried goods. So for me, this works really well. Like I scoop out my protein every morning out of one. So I would love to find a way to incorporate these into this new design. But yeah, so I've had these, and so between the wire baskets, these plastic organizers, and these glass canisters, I'm hoping we can make a really functional but like still kind of pretty pantry. So I guess now that these are all cleaned out, the first step is just going to be moving the shelf and deciding how many tiers I want to go. Actually, looking at it, I'm pretty sure I only want to do 2 tiers. I think 3 would be like the whole cabinet. So I need to do that, and we're going to see what we're working with at that point. That is a pain, but we got it, and I'm really happy with that because that's pretty much as low as that top shelf can go. So my hope is that I can still reach it. So I should still be able to reach that fairly easy, and that should work pretty well. So now that I know that one, I think maybe let's do this one. Actually, no. You know what? I want to set this one up first. Yes, our cabinets creak. So I know how much of these baskets and things I want to use in the main pantry, and then what I can do with the overflow. Okay, like I said, I ordered 2 3-tiered ones, but I'm going to pull them apart and use like 2, 2, and 2. It was just a better price that way. But I need to put together the second one, so I thought I would unbox it with you. They're really easy to put together. They basically just fold up like a pretzel, and then they come with like the little dividers. I'm actually pretty impressed with the quality of them. They have like that powder coated feel versus some that have like that plastic shine. Like they're very matte, and I'm quite happy with that. So the set of 3 comes with 5 dividers and 3 of the baskets. So they come just like this. They're already all connected, and you kind of just have to swing them around and click them into place. Like so. And then ta-da! And then just do the other side. And like that's literally it. Now, being that they stack, I don't know if you can see this, they have like these little points, and they come with a pack of screws. So once I decide the configuration I want, I can screw them together to make the stacking ones, you know, more stable. But I was going to figure out how I wanted them before I did that. See, little pack of screws. Easy peasy is that. No tools required, and they're all done. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, and I didn't know this, but the pack of 3 comes with like a very definitive bottom, middle, and top piece. So the bottom piece has like these little feet. I don't know if you can see that. Like this little foot right here. And the middle and top pieces do not have the little feet, which it's fine. The middle piece and the bottom piece have this little hook right here to screw in the top piece. The top one does not have it. So if it really bothers you to like configure it that way, it's not going to bother me, but like if it bothers you, just know you may want to get the 2-pack. But anyway, let's see what I can do with these guys. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and then I was kind of hoping to be able to put like some of these jars in between, and it looks like I can, and then I can put the shorter ones potentially in backstock. See, this is where I don't know where I'm going to get into, but okay, so a little update. I turned the camera off, and it's been, I mean, easily an hour, if not more. It's never an easy project. It just always takes longer than you think it will. Anyway, I'm taking a little break making myself some greens, and this is beyond satisfying. This makes me very happy. This is all of my like Arbonne goodies. So this is my tea, and then this is the vitamin B that goes into my tea and gives it flavor. These are my greens, and then this is my Mind Health. If you want to learn more about any of these, I have a blog post and I'll leave it linked for you. But this makes me very happy. This organization, this being able to just go pick out my drink, love it. This, not loving as much. I think I can fit everything in here. Like, it's definitely helping with the vertical situation. The problem is how much can fit where. I'm not loving the organization of it. I'm not loving that stuff that I don't use as often just feels like right here, and like I'm just not able to get it. I still have all this room over here, and I just don't know the best way to use it. So I'm kind of just struggling more so with the organization versus fitting everything, and I just keep reminding myself, because it just feels really like so much harder than it should be, but I'm reminding myself I'm adding that entire additional cabinet that was over in the dining room, and I still have all this room, and like there's very little kind of left out. So like that feels like a win. That feels like what we were going for. So anyway, I'm kind of struggling. And I've been playing around with it off camera for I don't even know how long. And let me just tell you, any YouTubers that you follow, not to like out people, but like I do it all the time too, and I'm just gonna be super upfront and honest. Anytime you see like a really satisfying styling moment or putting something together, unless you're seeing them like take it apart, play with it, put it back, and in that case they're doing it, they have always already figured it out and took it apart in order to make it really satisfying. And like that's just how you do it. Like 9 times out of 10, it's just really hard to get it on the first try, and you're gonna be re-editing so much, and so you want it to be a really satisfying shot for you guys. Like you want to be able to follow along, but it takes a lot of time to like figure it out. It's like a puzzle. It's like watching someone put together a puzzle. So it's much more satisfying when you can kind of cut to the parts that, I don't know, were quick and easy. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and don't worry, I will have super satisfying putting it all together when I figure that out. But for now, I'm kind of struggling with it. Also realized that, well, I guess I didn't just realize, but we really do have a lot of like ingredients. You know, we don't really have like a lot of already done food, and I don't know how this would work for someone who does. But I'm also now wondering if maybe I need something different because I have all of these ingredients, and maybe this would work better if we weren't such an ingredient household, but I don't know. But I'm going to keep playing with it. I just wanted to give you a little update, and if you have any suggestions, because at this point I'm not super confident that I'm going to get this done. Like, I'm rapidly running out of time. So hopefully we can figure something out. So far, this is the big win. This feels good. This makes me happy. And this will make me happy every single morning when I get into this box. So that is something. So I've been sitting here staring at this for a second, and I want your opinion on this. What if, instead of the shelf being up, we move that shelf like way down, just enough for the boxes, and then put the baskets up at the top? Because here's the problem, is the baskets are really good for holding like my baked good ingredients. Obviously, you don't get into that every day. So part of me wonders if all of that just needs to go up. And then like the stuff that's at the bottom here is like canned foods, potatoes, peanut butter and stuff like that. That's stuff that we actually use like more on a day-to-day basis. I still don't know. I don't know. So we're making progress. I've moved some stuff up over here. I definitely like the baskets better on top with like easier access down here. But unfortunately, it's time for me to go get the groceries, so I gotta stop, and I'm gonna bring in more to try to organize, so I'll catch you later. Okay, I am back from the store. What an adventure. Anyway, I'm glad that I went when I was in the middle of this because I picked up some snacks, and I like always have rice cakes on hand, but I just happened to be out and I totally forgot. So like I need to make sure that there's a spot for that because we always have them. So we're really putting this system to the test. So I'm glad that I went in the middle of this. This probably was best case scenario, to be honest with you. So I'm going to keep tweaking. Josh came home and saw part of it, and he also is not quite sure about how it's organized. So we're kind of on the same page with that. So I'm going to keep tweaking, and then we'll see if we finally wind up with something. I'm sure you're ready to just like see some organizing happen. So to be quite honest with you, this took me forever to try to figure out. My camera died, and I have spent the last couple of hours organizing all of our pantry staples by type and also by what I want grouped together. And I think I'm finally ready to start putting stuff in cabinets. This took so much longer than I thought it would. It is almost the end of the day. This should not have taken this long. Granted, I did have to go run and get groceries, so I was gone for like an hour and a half. This still should not have taken this long. My battery did die, but still. But I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. I do think this is going to be so much more functional for us. It looks better. Like, it looks cleaner, more organized. We basically added a third level that we did not have before, and we were able to combine everything out of that cabinet that was in the dining room into these two cabinets here. So it looks better, and I think it's going to work better for us. I can get my hands on anything that I use really frequently super, super easily, and I'm just like really happy with it. Now, I do want to say, because I kind of believe strongly against this, you don't need fancy organizers, and I feel like that's what I've been doing this year, is just getting a bunch of organizers, and I have, but I lived without organizers and like doing it DIY style for a while, and I'm just trying to solve pain points at this point. And so if it takes an organizer to do that, I'm going to do that. But I do want to preface that by saying you don't have to have organizers. In fact, watch this. This is all of the random things I was using to organize these cabinets. This is a thrifted basket I had potatoes in. This is an old Tupperware container I had some baked, like small baked good items in. An old Harry Potter book box I had coffee in. Another Tupperware container that I was using to organize my teas and beverages and things. I don't even know where this came from, but I was using this in Josh's cabinet to organize things. And then this was like leftover from serving beverages at our wedding, and I just like threw all my baked goods in it. So yeah, all that to say, I have been living with some very makeshift organizers for quite a while now. And it was just time to actually use something that was going to take advantage of the space that we did have, which was vertical. So these stacked baskets are really a game changer for our cabinets. So now that we have these cabinets all situated, let's take the cabinet that was in the dining room. It's now completely empty, and while my battery was dead, I wiped it down. Let's take it and solve pain points number 2 and 3, which is getting it out of the dining room and also fixing Josh's closet. What's up, buddy? I'm sorry, the lighting is just going to be really bad in here, but we need to move all of his t-shirts and make room for this cabinet to sit here. And now his watches and stuff can go right here, and it's nice and tall. So this cabinet actually belonged to his grandparents. That's kind of why I wanted to incorporate it in here, where he'll use it every single day. So it's really, I think it's going to work really well. I think it's going to be really cool, and I think he's actually going to enjoy it versus it just being like in the corner of the dining room. So anyway, I need to figure out how to fit all of his clothes onto those 3 shelves. Okay, I spared you watching me fold like 50 t-shirts, but I'm hoping that they'll fit on one of these shelves. And yes, I color-coded them. Shorts. I cannot believe how long that took. But we did it. We solved all 3 pain points with one project. So we organized our pantry cabinets, and we were able to fit all of our food up there now. We got the furniture clutter out of the dining room, so we don't have just like furniture. And we also made room for Josh's t-shirts in the closet using that same cabinet. So I'm pretty happy with that. I will make sure to link all of the organizers and everything that I used, but again, you don't have to use them. You saw what I was using before, random baskets and stuff, but it was just time for us to take advantage of that vertical space in the cabinets, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm tired. I'm gonna go shower and I'm gonna go sit, but I hope that you enjoyed another little project, solving pain points, tiny progress, and I will see you so soon in the next one. Bye.